Hi everyone, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be showing you my Minecraft recreation of one of the most impressive structures in ancient history, the Roman Pantheon. This building is nearly 2,000 years old and it's one of the best preserved ancient temples in Rome. Let's take a tour, talk about how the room was built and how I created it block by block. And here is my presentation of the Roman Pantheon. Just giving you all a quick background, the Pantheon was originally built in 27 BCE by Marcus Agrippa, but the version we know today was rebuilt by Emperor Hadrian around 125 CE after a fire. What makes it so famous is its giant concrete dome, something no one else in the world could build at the time. In fact, it was the largest dome on Earth for around 1300 years, and even today, it's the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome. Ancient Roman engineering was wild. Now we're going to take a quick look here at some exterior, but we are going to talk about the front first. Let's talk about the front. The Pantheon has a massive portico supported by 16 huge Corinthian columns. In real life, these columns were shipped all the way from Egypt. Each one was a single piece of granite weighing over 60 tons. Imagine trying to move that without cranes. Yeah, no thank you. In Minecraft, I tried to capture the sense of scaling by using I use stone and quartz slabs, the smooth, so it kind of match the color scheme and kind of get like the more like concrete color effect. And I believe I used rows of, it was 8 going both ways. So I did 2 rows. I used the tabs for one, like the brick wall tabs to kind of give it more of like a texture of like a column, but still stuck with that. So I did still rows of 8, and then I think going back I did 3 into the walls. Now I wasn't able to I feel like find a way to kind of best capture the encryption, so we left that off just because I felt like I couldn't really figure out a way to make that look nice. But this is the front, and here is the doorway. We will get into more details about the door in a moment. Let's move on to the dome. Now the dome was a tricky one to try to shape because when I look at pictures of the Pantheon, it's kind of like it definitely has like the round exterior, but then it'll kind of like straighten out for like the roofing, and then it tends to finish that dome look. So I try to do the best that I could to shape it while still giving it kind of like the best shape I possibly could think of. And so this is the shape we ended up rolling with the sunroof up here. But let's talk about it. Now this is the best part, the dome. The real Pantheon dome is 142 feet wide and 142 feet tall, forming a perfect sphere. The symmetry was intentional. Romans used different layers of concrete that got lighter as it went upward, mixing volcanic ash called pozzolana to make it stronger and lighter. To recreate the dome in Minecraft, I had to build a huge hemisphere, which looks large, looks maybe not as symmetrical, but you get the gist. And manually I had to carve it. To use the inside, I used more of these, I'll show you a little bit, the iron trapdoors to try to give it like the column look. I tried to do a couple other different things with this, or look at them, but this was, I guess, the best to make it try to look more like columns. And so, yeah, that is the dome. I think on the bottom half of it, I tried to layer best to use started with some smooth quartz just to try to give it like, I guess, different layers to it. Then went to brick, then went back to the smooth for the roof so that it would kind of have that nice kind of think of the word marbled kind of look, I guess. So that was what we were going for there. And at the top is the oculus, a 9-meter wide opening. And this one not as big, but it was the Pantheon's only light source. So inside, if you notice, I have candles in there. That was only so y'all could see it. It didn't have any light sources, so that all the light for this building came through this sunroof. It also would let rain in, but the floor in the real Pantheon is slightly sloped with hidden drains so that all the water wouldn't just pile up and flood. So that wasn't having here, but just so y'all know, that was how it didn't flood. Now let's go inside here, section 4, the interior. The interior walls of the Pantheon had 7 niches. Roman used them for statues and later Christian saints. Now, I didn't add niches in this presentation, but I wanted to make the floor and the designs as elegant as I possibly could. So I stuck with this since it looked more of like the flooring, since it looked kind of similar to, I guess, the closest I could get to marble. and then added in some of these blocks here to give it more of like an elegant kind of Roman look, and then some gold, I think terracotta edging to give it kind of some light and make it kind of like the room stand out and look very bright, vibrant. But yeah, I thought it contrasted well, and I thought it looked very nice in here. And then I tried to do the best with padding the roof, like I said, with that trap door to give it kind of like make it look like it has columns. But yeah, once again, this room did have no light sources besides that sun roof, little sun hole. And so yeah, these lanterns are purely here just for looks. And wrapping it up, we will take one more look at the outside. This was the doorway, inches. Okay. And then in the current one, they do have like a little kind of monument slash, I guess, like a little fountain. So I try to make that best looking in there, so throwing a little more detail. But yeah, this is the Roman Pantheon build. It honestly was a huge challenge for me. I am terrible on Minecraft. I mean, I love Minecraft as a kid, but I have always been terrible at building things. So it was definitely satisfying trying to figure out, okay, like how can I do this to the best of my ability? What could I like think of ways to try to make this look nice? But yeah, it definitely showed me it's definitely very cool how the Romans mastered engineering before steel and modern equipment, and recreating the work gave me definitely a new appreciation for just how incredible this structure really is. If you want to tackle more ancient builds, maybe definitely don't hit me up, but give it a try because this was definitely worth the effort. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. Peace.